Take several interesting stories, weave them together, and you get a 30-minute magazine program. Tonight we have 4 nominees in this category. And the Emmy goes to Jennifer Kaiser, Tracy Hogue, Matthew Shettelhelm, and Travis Howisher, WCMH, and the Media Shed for Nosh.
In grains from Ohio in the Midwest.
Through a lot of hard work, Greg and Dave have transformed these local resources into the 4 flavors of the Watershed Distillery. One of the biggest satisfactions for both men is meeting with the people who enjoy their spirits. And one great opportunity is during a behind-the-scenes tour that starts out with a game.
We play Hammerschlagen. It's a game with a hammer and a nail. It's the rite of passage before they come in the back and see the distillery.
And what folks get to see in the back is the detailed process of distilling.
Will accept the award in their behalf. Subjects of magazine feature stories or segments can cover a broad range of topics. Tonight's nominees in this category cover everything from Good Shepherd cheese to the migratory songbirds at Red River Gorge. And the Emmy in this category, and we have more than one recipient, the first award goes to Brandon Wickie, KET, for Kentucky Life, Migratory Songbirds at Red River Gorge.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Well, today we're going to have several birds in hand, and they aren't your average songbirds. While robins and blue jays and the like are also important parts of Kentucky's biodiversity, we're here at Natural Bridge State Resort Park to discover some rarely seen and better traveled migratory songbirds.
This is a real honor to pick up an Emmy because I really got a chance to highlight the work of Kentucky State Nature Preserves Commission, who do a marvelous job protecting native species of Kentucky, and worked with them for a lot of years, and it's just been a real passion project for me. I want to thank Dave Shuffett, the host of our program, and especially Zeb Weiss and Brian Gasdorf from the Parks Commission and Nature Preserves for their work on this project. Thanks very much.
The final Emmy Award in this category goes to Cheryl Beckley, WKYU, for Snake Hollow at Bernheim Forest.
We have started a new program called Sighted at Bernheim, which is where Bernheim actually goes out and we commission a piece. We seek support from the community to be able to do this, and then we identify an artist that has a particular interest in nature-based art, and then we invite them to come and do something at Bernheim. Patrick Doherty is our first Sighted at Bernheim artist, and he arrived here on April 6th, and he worked until about April 26th.
It isn't very often that you see an artist take something like willows and turn it into architectural art. The art at Bernheim Forest is something really special, and if you get a chance, please go see it. We got to spend a couple of days with this particular artist, got to see him weave life into something that lasted for over a year. I'd like to thank David Brinkley, Jessica Gibbs, and I'd like to thank everybody at WKU PBS. And I'd also like to thank my husband, David, for being here tonight. Thank you very much.
Besides informing, another primary function of television is to entertain. And tonight, we recognize achievements of excellence for programs, series, specials, or segments covering general entertainment, variety, or visual and performing arts. We have more than one Emmy recipient in this category, and the first award goes to Mary Rathke, WOSU Public Media, for Jazz Moves Columbus.
there was this place called the Valleydale Ballroom. And all the big bands came through there. And that's a very powerful part of musical history. And people always have that memory. Well, Valleydale was the gathering place for people in Columbus area to go, to dance. And so we wanted to give people a sense of what that was like. So we did this song, Topsy, which was actually written by a guy who lived in Columbus for many years. His name was Colsey Cole.
Thank you. First of all, I really want to thank my friends up here. They've been so supportive, and I love all of you guys, so thank you very much. This was a collaborative project between Ballet Met, the Columbus Jazz Orchestra, and WOSU, and it was just a pleasure for me to work with Byron Stripling and Gerard Charles to produce this documentary, and I couldn't have done it without them. I also wanted to thank our videographer, who is Jason Perkins, who just did some amazingly beautiful videography. So thank you very much.
The next and final Emmy Award in this category goes to Alfonso Wesson, Zoe Motion Pictures for Angel of Hope.
Get used to it. Until you develop the skill and judgment needed to join the Corps, you will remain wingless. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your first day, run it.
Case number 1, 6-year-old girl, gunshot wound.
Human assets.
Head nurse, Sadie Hunter.
All right, I got it. All right. Give us some space, all right? Sadie, we've got a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Patient is 8 years old, approximately 70 pounds, and unconscious.
Your vitals are stable.
Thank you so much. You know, nothing's rougher than being nominated for 3 Emmys, and you lose 2, and you're waiting on that last one, and you're like, what the hell am I going to do if I don't win the 3rd? But I'm so thankful that the Academy and the voters chose to endorse this dream of mine called Angel of Hope. The greatest part about doing this, one of the greatest parts, was picking up the phone and calling Billy D. Williams. That's who you saw briefly up there. And saying, Mr. Williams, I'm a big fan, blah, 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 blah. He goes, yeah. I said, I've got this project. Send me the script, Zoe. Send me the script and I'll look at it because I'm Billy D. Williams. And I sent him the script, and he called me back, Zoe, this is Billy D. Williams. I like it. This is the best deal I've seen in a long time. And the next thing, if you know Star Wars, you know what that line was. So I want to thank Mr. Williams. I want to thank Rich Delcourt, who gave me the money to do this project. I want to thank my DPs, Jeff Barklage and Gary Bush. They worked on 2 different coasts, and were able to get the look right. I want to thank all the actors who worked for next to nothing. And I want to thank my woman. Because you know how hard it is to have a relationship in this business? Without my woman, I wouldn't be able to do nothing. Because like Aristotle Onassis said, and I'm paraphrasing, all the Emmys in the world mean nothing without a woman. So I want to thank you. Muriel Holy. Thank you. Oh, and let the band play. Go ahead. I looked around and finally found somebody who could make me feel blue like you always do.
How do you follow that one up? Always a delight and a treat, of course. I look forward to the win every year because it's always going to be something good like that. Now, moving on. Business and consumer news and specialty areas like health science and technology are important topics for well-informed viewers. Tonight, we recognize excellence in these areas. The Emmy Award goes to Brendan Keefe, WCPO for I-Team Food Stamp Trade.
In Hamilton County last year alone, more than 33,000 cards were reissued, most reported lost or stolen. And 1,500 Hamilton County residents have requested and received 10 or more replacement cards since 2006.
I can understand why somebody who, was maybe in an unstable environment or something might lose their card a couple times. 15 or 20 times, there's something bad going on here.
Thanks. How do you follow Alfonso? Alfonso, will you come up and at least sing when the band starts playing for me? If you hear that booming sound out there, that is a wedding in the Hall of Mirrors. It is rocking right now because it's a special day when you get married. It is something you do only 2 or 3 times in your whole life. And I want to thank my wife, Tiffany Keefe, who on her second try made the worst decision of her entire life and married another person in the television business, former producer from CBS News. And everyone's been thanking their spouses here tonight, their husbands and wives, and it's almost been with this, and my wife, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry what this business does, but this is number 32, and 25 of them have been since we had our 2 kids, which tells you one thing: I'm trying to escape the house. Finally, I want to thank Jeff Brogan, my general manager, for making the best decision of my life, hiring me 6 years ago at WCPO. Thanks.